What's up, guys? It's Caliber here.
And the Beast.
And I'm Sarah.
And it is way too fucking. It's 3:09 in the morning. We got sidetracked. Besides the point, I need to stop saying that. That's aside from the point. It's Modmouth. What do you have for Modmouth, Beast?
I didn't have anything particularly to talk about, but I got some juice today.
What does that say?
It's like a local company that make
Barebone juice.
Barebone
Claremont.
Juice. Yeah, Claremont is the flavor. It's a citrusy type of deal, like a lemon citrus.
I already pictured you to be a citrus guy.
I wasn't, but this is one of the first juices I got from them, and I always kind of like their. Kind of got me into their juice line. So,
Alright, so I got
it's-
some juices.
Reminds you of Undertale?
Well,
Huh?
I'll take that back.
Is it because it,
Go ahead.
is it because it reminds you of Undertale?
Oh yeah, with it looks like Sam's.
It kind of looks like Sam.
Let me see.
Yeah, it does.
It kind of looks like Sam.
Alright, so I got some juice. I vaped the shit out of this. But as you can see, there's no it doesn't say what the flavor is. So I'll tell you, it's Summertide. I don't know what type of marker they use, but it does not stay on the bottle for shit. I presume it'd be a permanent marker. The problem with these labels are, especially if you try to write on it, it's kind of got a glossy thing, so it kind of acts like a fucking dry erase board, and it's just easy to wipe off. They need to go to more of a paper. What they need to do, just a little criticism for this vape shop. I don't typically go to this vape shop, but what they need to do is print up the labels with the name of the juice already on it. That way you don't have to worry about rubbing off. But it's something easy. It's called Summertide, and it's supposed to be a fruit punch. I don't really taste the fruit punch. It's got some sort of fruity taste to it. I can't really put my finger on it. But reason I got two small bottles is because, actually, hang on. I'll just have to go into my let's see. There it is. Ooh. Monday, 11:27 a.m. Our juice of the week is Silent Night Tasty Gingerbread Cookie for the cool days. 15 milliliters, 8.44. 30 mils, 12.30 or 12.49. So I paid $12.49, but that's per bottle. So we'll go up to my fucking receipt. Where is it? Here it is. So it's $12.49 per bottle. So, and it's two. Nicotine tax is $3. So the subtotal was $22.98. Tax $2. So you got to pay regular tax, and then you have to, on top of that, pay nicotine tax. They're fucking us out here in Louisiana with the fucking nicotine tax and all the taxes. They're just royally fucking us, and we're taking it up the ass like it's nothing. It's bullshit. The amount of fucking taxes we have to pay out here, especially when it comes to like tobacco products, because theoretically, in the FDA's eyes, vaping is considered a tobacco product, no matter how you look at it. So there's nothing we can really do about that. But I'm not here to talk about the juice, because I don't do juice reviews that much anymore. If I find a juice, say something like Flawless Outcast, I'll just say, by the way, I recommend this juice. It's actually pretty fucking good. It's cotton
You know
candy.
what I've never understood about juice in general?
What?
Like, I know that especially, like, you guys can't, like, test them anymore. No, that's how you smell if you like it.
Actually, I don't know if they still do it, but at the time, after the FDA rained down on free testing, the vape shop that makes these juices, you can pay $1 to try out the juice.
Yeah.
It's like $1. Personally, I don't care because I'll vape pretty much any fucking juice I get my hands on, whether it's nasty or not. Because I just like vaping, and that's that.
Right.
Well, so the ones like vape shop that's here, everything of theirs is completely sealed, and that's how I ended up with the Crunch Berry, which is gross.
Yeah.
The other one, like you can't like vape it, but you can like, put it on your finger and lick it.
Yeah, that's something. That's something that I never really got the concept of. But I mean, I guess you get the general idea of what it tastes like, but I never really thought it could. It never
The
really.
vape shops that opened up right near me, you're not allowed to vape in there.
That's weird.
It is
Well,
weird. Like, you have a sign and everything.
Hmm.
Oh,
you know why that is?
no.
Alright, so it's just a vape shop, right? That's the reason why you can't vape in there. If it was a vape lounge, it would be totally different. Like the shops I go to, or at least Overcast, I know for a fact is a vape lounge, so you can vape in there.
I think that
And
makes sense.
it's also it's a common courtesy thing, because you don't want like a potential customer walking up in there and just immediately hit by a cloud of vapor, because in the Overcast that I go to, it's the only Overcast out here, but Overcast, when I go to it, when you walk in there, it's nothing but hazy. Doesn't bother me.
It's true.
Some
I
shops
think,
just
I
want to
think
look
it's more
more
of a license.
professional.
I think it's a licensing thing. I think when you get a lounge, it's considered what they call club style, and that's where you can have the vaping. That's how the when the smoking ban first came out. That's how a lot of establishments maintained to have smoking in their establishments. They would get a lounge or club. How to put that? Club licensing, and then that's pretty much how they got away with it.
Yeah. But it's like B said, it's probably about licensing as well. But it's I don't know. It's just like makes you seem more professional if your fucking vape shop is not filled with a bunch of clouds.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I like the atmosphere of a vape lounge or
Don't get
whatever
me
you would
fucking
want to
wrong.
call
I
it.
love the atmosphere. Like you fucking walk up in there smelling berries and shit. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. I always thought it kind of had like I don't know about the vape shops over in your area, but the ones over here, they always kind of remind me of like the same atmosphere you would get in a tattoo shop.
Yeah, one of them's like that, somewhat like that.
I don't know. I kind of like that vibe, but I mean, obviously.
Now
But-
I don't know. I don't know. I like I said, I don't go to 985s that much, just because I will say it like this: fucking owner is a dick. He's a straight up dick. I only go there when it's fucking convenient for me, especially around this time, because I know last year when I went there, I'm gonna have to get that e-juice again so I can actually do a review on it. But it was an eggnog e-juice, and that shit was so fucking good. Actually, believe it or not, I think I still have the bottle around here somewheres. Yeah, this is the bottle that it was in. Don't ask me what the fuck's in there. I don't know. It's probably some juices I compiled together that I had leftover of. But I want to talk about because I've been using this quite a bit since I got this juice. I've been using this a lot because I don't want to waste that juice and the squonk. I prefer to have a big bottle to use with the squonk because it'll last me a lot longer. But I want to talk about the Tesla XT. I have to say, this is a really well put together mod. It takes dual 2700s or 21700s. So obviously, it can take all three: 18650, 2700s, and 21700s. And the reason I know that it can take 18650s is because it comes with these little adapters. But Taro's favorite part of this mod is actually the switch.
Yeah. Because I hate having to hit the button over and over and over again.
But this you can do both. So you can... Oh, hang on. Same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Power off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Power on. Or you can flip this switch turns off. And this switch actually, believe it or not, kills power to the entire mod.
Hmm.
The reason I know it kills power to the entire mod is because watch. Because it asked me if it's a new resistance or same resistance. So it kills power to the entire mod, which is good because I've only experienced this once, but my GX 350 auto-fired. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that. They're dangerous mods. Smog to me are dangerous. His misfires sometimes. Pushes button, nothing happens. Mine fucking auto-fired.
Yeah.
The only fucking Smog mod I had never had an issue with was the T-Priv. Mostly because after seeing the fucking build quality of the GX350, I'm like, yeah, no. I mean, it's a good mod.
I don't know if I just have good luck or what, but my AL85 is fun.
Well, the AL85 was one of the good batches. One of the good batch of mods.
It was a better version, I think, of what the Alien could have been if it was, functioning correctly using that chipset. But I don't think it panned out within the Alien itself. Obviously, the cosmetics of it was off, but other than that, I had a lot of issues with mine at the end, towards where I stopped using it.
It was about the time you met us.
Yeah, and it was starting not to read resistance properly.
And then your battery issue.
I think it would have some. Well, I mean, it had the battery issue and the with the door. The kind of got a little bit wouldn't go into the groove very good because it had that little slide piece. You can then slide it in.
Yeah.
It wouldn't seal properly. That could have been one of the issues, or it might have had a weak connection in the 510. I don't know, but it wouldn't read.
Well, if you remember, mine stopped reading resistance as well.
Yeah, so I think it's just something within the line.
Well, except for the newer batches, all the original batches of the, because I don't think I got the first batch, but I believe I got the second batch, but those two batches were flawed. They were flawed from the damn get-go. Personally, me, I don't care if it's a newer model of the Alien. I ain't fucking touching it. I am not fucking there's some people who didn't have any issues with their Alien. I was one of the unlucky fuckers that did. Beast was one of the unlucky fuckers that did.
Right.
But back to this little guy. So I figured out how to change the fucking colors. So what you do, I'm going to leave it on these colors, by the way. So what you do is you hold this, and then...
Okay, that's cool. I like that.
I personally leave it on this, and yeah, all right. So can anybody guess why I leave it on this? Joker, Harley.
There you go. Nice.
Fuck the orange. I don't know what the fuck the orange is doing. But it's green and purple and blue and red. Now, when you think of that, because I've never seen the only Harley Quinn I've ever saw was the original Jester, and then the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, and that's what I'm basing this off of. Those two colors.
I guess if you had to come up with what that would be, I guess if it's orange, I guess cautionary orange for the caution of, or the dangerous love they have between each other. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
cheesy. I don't know. It works.
Yeah, I mean, it works. But no, it's a well put together. I actually dropped this, believe it or not.
Ooh.
It survived. Like, there's, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but there's little scratches right there, but that's about it. It didn't take too big of a chunk out. But I have a lot of mods and a lot of different fucking colors. This is like gunmetal to me. This is what this looks like. It looks like some form of a gunmetal. It's a very, very dark silver. Or like silverish gray. And I fucking love it. I love the fact that it's matte. And this kind of looks industrial to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's kind of got that stamped look. I think that's so awesome. And it's just held on by 4 little screws.
Great.
So this little panel can come off and you can take the mod apart if you need to. But so far it's solid. Little rattle. I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear that. You guys aren't going to be able to hear it. I'm holding it up to the mic over here.
Oh.
Can you hear that?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. What it is, it's actually not even the fire button rattling. It's this switch. The switch is kind of loose on it. So that's what's rattling. And what I like about this is, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but the on and off it's stamped into the metal. It's not like it's not painted on or anything. It's stamped into the metal. But I think it's just an overall cool mod. I can't tell you how much I paid for it, because I've gotten it like, what was it, 2 months ago, something like that, or a month ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I had an RDA or something to actually match this color, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing I absolutely use a lot, for the most part, is either my Dead Rabbit or my Recurve. Or, let me correct that, my Dead Rabbits, because I have 2.
Right.
So I have the Dead Rabbits and the Recurve. Typically I'll use the Recurve for like squonking, but for dripping I typically just use this. I'll swap them out though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Beast sent me last year for Christmas. Beast sent me Dead Rabbit and the Radar. I fucking hate the Radar. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that. I fucking hate the Radar. But I love the Dead Rabbit, and I loved it so much I decided to buy a second one. That way it could actually squonk with it. I will say this: it is a damn good squonker.
Mm-hmm.
Because the airflow set so high, you can flood the shit out of it and not have any problems.
Yep.
Recurve, you can't really do it that much, and same with the drop. You can't squonk the shit out of it. But the drop, from a lot of people's perspective, wasn't really a good squonker anyways. It was a good dripper, but it wasn't a good squonker because the airflow set too low. But the thing that the downfall of the Dead Rabbit is if you want to use that squonker, you're going to have to. You can't drip it down the juice well because the juice well is non-existent.
You're lying about that.
It's non-existent, but I think Heathens did a great job designing this, and I think it was more geared towards squonking anyways.
Right. I like it better, the original, and I even like the Drop Dead better than the SQ that came out. I was not a big fan of the SQ.
I thought you liked your little SQ.
At first I did. But as it gets a little, wear on it a little bit, the seals, they went really fast. So it started leaking on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And you could never find a cap that would actually fit that O-ring, even with the original tips that came with it. It was the same way. They would just be too loose in there.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
you actually did get a new drip tip.
I did. I got a. It looks like creamsicle, like dreamsicle.
Dreamsicle. I never understood what it was actually called. I just call it orange creamsicle because it's what it is.
Well, dreamsicle was if I remember correctly, I think dreamsicle was something Lifesavers came out with. That was their flavor. That it was their orange creamsicle. They called it dreamsicle.
Yeah. But we do have a gripe actually, and it's on aftermarket drip tips with 810s. So, how would I don't know if I have any fucking mods. Hang on. I got a lot of 810 devices. I got a lot of devices
well,
that use 810. Huh?
While you're doing that, I actually have a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of, I don't know if it's just vaping or if it was CBD related or something, but I mean, I have panic attacks, and what I found interesting today was when I was having a panic attack, something that helped was I grabbed my thingy and and I used it a little bit, and it helped for the amount of time that I was using it. Like, I have pretty bad. You have to meet your side piece. I have pretty bad panic attacks when I have them, so like they're very long lasting. But the amount of time I was using it, I mean, it's kind of hard to focus on anything else, like because there's the noise and everything like that. So that was pretty helpful.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah. Might try that more often. I mean, the flavors of the juice is like also like really in your face, so it's hard to focus on panicking while you're busy doing that.
Right.
Did I not buy you enough time? Really? How many mods do you have?
He has a
I'm
load.
looking for the original drip tip. I fucking lost it. I lost. Actually, no, I don't think I lost it. Yeah, actually, I do. I think I lost it.
I think I lost it.
I was looking for the original drip tip for my my dead rabbit, but that's besides the point. So this is gonna. I can't give you an idea of how it fits in with the original, but look how easy that is to pull out.
Yeah.
What?
Mm.
Were you gonna say something?
Who, me?
Oh, I was talking to Taro.
Oh, that's
So
what I
she
thought.
went and she said, and I thought she
I
was about
said, oh,
yeah, it's
hold it up.
Yeah, I think it was. Mine has the same issue a little bit. With aftermarkets especially, but the original one fed snug as a bug in a rug. But I never had the same.
I haven't heard that saying in so long.
I know, right? I thought I'd just bring it back.
yeah. Give me a second.
This time on Loudmouth, the snug and a bug in a rug is back. Is back.
Okay.
Whatever.
Anyways, but no, back to the mod. This is a really decent fucking mod for the price. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I need to use my fucking that one fucking mod I have, the fucking rainbow one, like the other rainbow one, not the fucking Keeper of. Oh, what the fuck is the name of that mod?
The blade.
No, not the blade.
Well, that's rainbowish.
What the fuck is the name of this mod? It's made by eLeaf. What the fuck is the name of this?
Oh, the Mila or no.
This mod.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the name of this? Oh, the Lexicon.
Lexicon. That's it.
I'm sitting here looking on the fucking mod and I got the fucking box right over there.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's a Lexicon. I need to start using that one more, but I hate the way, because it's so fucking compact, it heats up like no tomorrow. Like, it gets warm.
Makes sense.
I will say this. I prefer metal mods, but that's where polymer-based mods, like polymer plastic-based mods, like the, what is it called? The Pulse. That's where it excels because it doesn't transfer that heat.
Right. I think, well, that's another thing that's coming out. They got that, I think we talked about that in the last one where the Dual 18650 Pulse mod's coming out now.
Yeah.
Which I think looks... I've actually seen some video. Well, I've seen postings of videos where they're doing reviews on it now. So hopefully, I'm gonna go check. I want to go check them out later, and then we'll see where it kind of goes on there. But by the looks of it, it's actually a rather compact little thing.
Yeah. That'd be nice. The fucking smallest dual 18650 squonk on the market.
Oh yeah, and you know the price range is going to be around what the Pulse is normally, is what they were saying.
Well, that'd be good. Because then that
Yeah.
would definitely get somebody in the starter. That'd be a
Oh
really
yeah.
good.
Because I mean, right now, I mean, like, what are the options you got for dual 18650 squonking, or at least a dual battery? I mean, you're looking at like what the Geek Box or the G
The
Box,
G-Box.
and then
You got the
the
G-Box, you got the Rage, you got that one fucking, I think, that one fucking squonk mod that the Vaping Biker made.
yeah,
Whatever the fuck it's called.
yeah. I can't remember what it's called either, but yeah, I know
And
what
then
you're talking.
Wismec's coming out with their, I don't know if it's already out, but Wismec's coming out with their own squonker as well.
Yeah.
Is there any others? I don't think I can think of any other dual 18650 squonks except for the ones we listed off.
Yeah, I can't, like, especially dual battery. Yeah,
Most every single squonk is single battery 18650 or 2700. So
right.
which I will say this. I am absolutely loving the transition over from 18650 to 2700s. Because I noticed, and I noticed this a lot, and my batteries are ready to come off the charger, so we'll put those over there.
What battery do I have?
18650.
Mhm.
But I need to find some actual battery cases for these. But I will say this. I notice that I get longer battery life on two 2700s compared to two 18650s. And the same thing could be applied that I've noticed with using, like, say, my Pulse 80 watt going from, which I have two 2700s for that.
Mhm.
But if by some chance one of my 2700s are dead, I can swap over to 18650, but I notice I don't get as long as a battery life.
Mhm.
People say that that you don't notice much of a difference between a 2700 and 18650. No, you actually do. And it also depends on what 2700 you get. I heard those, what are they, Sanyos?
Mhm.
Or which ones did you have before you got the E-Fest?
I had some Sanyos, but there was the green ones. I had the green ones. Was the first ones I got were vapor power.
Yeah, some off-brand shit.
There's some weird ones. Now I got some E-Leafs right now, and I have
E-Fest.
some, well,
E-Fest.
E-Fest. Yeah, E-Fest.
You got some E-Leafs.
Got some
I didn't know
E-Leaf
they
batteries,
made batteries.
right? Well, they make the internal batteries, I guess.
I don't even think they make the internal batteries. I think they source that shit out.
Well, yeah, it was just probably so.
I don't like internal batteries, but no, a lot of people like the Sanyos. I haven't had those yet. My vape shop doesn't sell those. But from what I've noticed, with the 2700s that I have, they seem to be pretty good for E-Fest. That's saying a lot. Because I won't bat an eye at E-Fest's 18650s. It's not happening. But their 2700s are pretty good. I think Mooch even gave them a good rating on that they're solid batteries for what they are. Accurately rated. I think that's what his words were. I'll have to look again. But I gotta say, the EFS 2700s are pretty good. If that's what your vape shop has, get those.
Oh, yeah.
Don't go with that off-brand shit that he'd mentioned. I'm sure it's not an off-brand, but it's not a brand I'm familiar with.
Yeah, I mean, they've actually lasted. I mean, I'm still rocking one of them at least.
You know, the
Every now and
best... Last thing. Best stand battery charger for a cheap price. I say cheap price. To some people, I think it was... I paid $60 for the V6. Yeah, I paid $60. But for a cheap price, E-Fest battery chargers are the way to go. He has one. Hopefully, what battery chargers does your vape shop sell?
No.
Oh, well, whatever. But whatever she gets, it might be good. But E-Fest battery chargers, Got a thumbs up from me. I've used them a lot. I've never had an issue with them. Other than I spilled Coke on my V6. My replacement from when I grinded the cable to my V4. I spilled Coke on that one, and then the other one I broke the screen on. So that was entirely my fault. Entirely my fault. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to S13_TheBeast. And don't forget to subscribe to TerraStorm. Anyways, guys, this is Storm Family signing out.